It's way longer than 2-1. I hear no music.
God,
it is
why
still
do
every
I keep
time
messing this up.
I don't know. Come on down to Audio Live Podcasting Studio. Yeah. We just fist bumped over that. Just as for Matt. Hello, everybody. Welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. Coming to you from Audio High Podcasting Studio.
Guys, I quit.
Yeah. I didn't know you started. Yeah. Here's a comic book. Just sit and read. You're fine.
Sit and read.
Sit and read. By the way, we might have to clip that for a little extra today because that was pretty good. Your reaction to that. So, all right. So, hey, I want to start off today. We got a sponsor.
Oh,
all right.
Like a real sponsor?
Sure.
They're all real.
They're all real.
I was ready for that. Well, they're all real.
Yeah. First off,
they're all real from 1975.
Don't you? No, this one's new.
Don't you dare.
This one's newer. It's newer. Okay.
It's a touchstone phone.
It's new. It's newer.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay. All right. We can't hear anything, but it's
located rectum.
What kind of a guy do you want?
If you're sick of being sick, call Dr. Tregoning. Neck pain, dislocated rectum, throbbing.
Wait. His name is Dr. Tregoning.
Yeah.
So he's going to make whatever I have gone.
Yeah.
What was it about a rectum?
Well, you can read it right there. See what it says?
Oh, throbbing lower husk. Wait, no, that's in the middle. Let me start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Neck pain, dislocated rectum, throbbing lower husk. Dr. Tregoning handles it all.
Go ahead and play.
Well, I don't want him to handle my lower husk.
Yeah.
Dr. Tregoning handles it all, and every fifth spinal realignment gets you a free French dip sandwich.
Pause. Wait, I'm totally in right now.
Do you get the au jus?
Yeah.
Because you have to get something else.
Sixth.
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. No au jus. The peppers. You want peppers?
Yeah.
Hold on. What do you want? You know what's great,
The
though?
French dip is free. The au jus costs $6,000.
I was going to say $17.95
with a $700 copay.
Yeah. So, but I do like how this guy he's branching off. Go ahead and play.
Tregoning was voted wettest hands in chiropractic medicine 4 years running, and treatment may cost you nothing if you're willing to part with a lock of hair.
I see why you pulled this one.
Pause.
I see why you pulled this one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, first off, you can't go there.
Old buddy Ampersand has to pay.
Yeah. You don't have a lock. You don't have a lock of hair. Guess who's not getting a free?
I'm not getting a free sandwich. Like I can't get 5, much less 1.
Could you imagine having a doctor card where you punch it and you're like, why am I trying to get my 5th one? Because I get a beef sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm getting a French dip, bro.
Yeah. Hey, how about you stop fuzzing up your back? Yeah. That's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but I'm getting a French dip. I am 2 injuries away from that French dip.
You're paying $2,500 a visit. Yeah, I know. French dip at the end.
My insurance is, and I'm getting a French dip. Okay, go ahead and play.
Tonight at 627-6611. Tregoning Chiropractic, located directly behind that shop that sells illegal fish. House calls and abandoned construction site calls now available.
All right, pause.
If
we're done. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Dr. Tregoning for sponsoring this episode of That Checks Out.
Hey, first off, if you have a sponsor...
Well, this must be coming out of his French dip budget.
French dip money. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, that's his marketing budget right there.
I'm not saying he sent me cash. Let's just say somebody got to the 5th one almost immediately.
I see.
All right? So
I'm just sweetening the pot here. I think this French dip will cover it.
Do you speak French as in dip? Because here it comes.
Oui.
Yeah, you see, I'm like, you know, what's he doing? He's eating that sandwich right now.
Somebody at work yesterday sent me a request in French to do something that I do daily for them. Like, hey, I need this update. They sent that to me in French. So yeah. I wrote back, at your service in French. And they said, thank you in French. And I wrote back, you're welcome in French. And then the next day, this wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago. So yesterday they said, do you speak French? And I replied a little bit in French. Mm-hmm. Thinking that this is where this is going. Like, I don't speak it at all. I'd look up all your answers. I'm like, why were you talking to? You started it. I didn't start out as being some sort of a-hole. Like, look at me, I knew French.
Yeah.
And then
nobody likes a bragger.
They were like, they were talking, I guess to their brother or whatever, and their brother was wanting to do something, but they wanted to do it cooler. So like, well, let me look up the French word for it. They were looking up the French word for procrastination.
Ooh.
Don't look that up.
Did they look it
There's
up immediately?
nothing wrong. It's also it's a word we stole in English to slow something down.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Understood.
Yeah, and she was like, I stopped reading at that point. I was like, yeah. Don't send that to your younger brother. Yeah. Your younger brother might not have the ability to be like, no.
Yeah. But I thought you were going to say she wanted to look up procrastination. She'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, she'll do it tomorrow.
That's what I thought. She'll get around to it. She's not doing that right now.
There was a cookout at work today for a thank you to the, we're going to cook out at lunch. We're going to give everyone lunch, as a thank you. Yesterday, we got a grill free 6 months ago for ordering enough from a whole bunch of stuff from a supplier, and you could pick from a catalog. What do you want for free? We got a grill because last summer we had to borrow grills, or I don't remember how it worked.
Gotcha.
We got it. No, it's just a Weber kettle grill.
Okay.
Kettle grill.
Yeah. Still.
But so that's been in the back of the warehouse for 6 months.
Assembled?
Yesterday. Oh, you're getting ahead of the story. Yesterday it was asked like, is that grill put together? No. Oh, okay. So today it was asked, hey, did we get that grill put together? Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we got it put together. No problem. No problem, boss.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, so by the way, then I hear, hey, Ted. And I go to the other room. I'm like, hey, can you grill? Sure. Okay, thanks. Thanks for being a man. Because the other two men in the room had turned it down.
Really?
Didn't want to do it.
You know,
Not to be
it's
fair,
hard. You want grill rights.
To be fair,
yeah.
This is a charcoal grill. I haven't used charcoal in 20 years.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like,
primitive.
Gross.
It's primitive. Right.
Right.
Yeah. We'll grill tomorrow. I'll start the coals now. We'll grill tomorrow. Yeah.
This is a long story to just get to the end. Is that my right arm is now missing probably 65% of its hair.
Oh, because you were not a little too much on the fluid?
Well, here's the thing. No, it wasn't fluid, but they were pre-soaked briquettes. I didn't buy them. Everything was handed to me.
Gotcha.
But about halfway through, I was like, oh, this needs more charcoal. But I didn't have time to to
spread them out.
Well, not just because the first ones I put in there, waited the 15 minutes, let them gray over, did the thing. This time I didn't have time, so I just picked up the thing, which I had some janky tongs and one spatula because no one thought to bring.
Seems legit.
No one thought to bring tools.
I
was asked, did you bring tools? I was like, no.
Yeah,
I didn't bring tools.
Listen, you put it together.
Now
I
I
did, chef.
I do have tongs in my car because I keep technical tongs.
Well, yeah,
because I'm a cool dad.
We're dad. We're
right.
a cool dad. That's what happens.
But anyway, so I pick up the grate, put it over on the aluminum trays I'm storing the food on.
Yeah.
And then I throw it in there, and when I'm putting the grate back, as soon as that new charcoal with the fluid on it hit,
oh yeah,
while my arm is over it, trying to put the grate back down.
So it smells like Wilson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my arm went straight up in smoke.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was.
So you got one arm looks like your head.
Yeah. So I asked people do I need to put my other arm
Yeah.
in there to even it out?
Yeah.
And enough people were like, man,
you guys smell that?
Seems a good idea.
That's me. I'm well done.
Yeah. Also, people want to time stamp this. This is the time of the year. This is the time of May when the wildfires from Canada push down through here. So not only is the air smoky in general, I sucked up enough charcoal smoke today.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's why my voice sounds terrible.
I'm sure. I was
waiting for it. I knew as soon as I said it, I'm like, well, there it is.
Yeah.
Right above the net.
Put it on a tee.
If Damon could jump.
Yeah. First off, I saw the movie. It says I can.
Now.
So I know I can.
Now, how much of the grill stuff did I eat?
Oh, probably none.
None of it.
Probably none of it.
None of it.
Was it burgers and dogs?
Yeah.
Or was it chicken?
Burgers, dogs, and brats.
Brats. Okay. So typical grill food.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have sides and accoutrement?
Yeah.
Or what do we have?
Yeah. Yeah.
How far did we go into this planning? How far
did I go?
No. Was this a we better run across the street and start buying sides?
It was all it was delivered this morning.
Okay, so that's solid then.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a little thought put into other than the stuff you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
So note to self, always bring tools to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need grilling tools.
Yeah. Well, also maybe like fire resistant gloves too.
You should do that.
Because
it
was the trying to put the grate back over the thing that
Yeah. I noticed you were the only one probably working on this.
Oh no, there was one other person.
Was there a spectator or
there was someone that had to go in and get because once I lit
first aid.
Once I lit fire.
Yeah.
Outside of my workplace, I didn't think it was smart to just leave that burning and going in to get stuff from the kitchen and come back out.
Yeah. This should be really good.
Someone did come out like, do you know anything about cars? I'm like, well, yeah, I know you point them the way you want to go and you push the pedals, right?
Yeah.
But I seriously, like, enough to be dangerous. Like, I don't think my car is turning off. And I was like, well, that's probably a problem. Now, mine, I can walk away from it. It's the push to start.
Yeah.
No, it'll do the but it'll stay on.
Right.
But I understand, like, once the key gets so far away, it should probably be like, oh, but it doesn't.
Right.
So I pop open the door and they're like, oh, my car's a mess. I'm like, well, I just need to, like, that's on you. I'm sorry. I'm not judging.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you brought me over here. Now I got to look.
Should have cleaned in case there was a catastrophe.
Right. You should have known. I open it up. I go to as I'm going to push. I'm like, oh, it's a key thing. But I had heard as I'm walking up. I'm like, oh, there's no key in it. It's going. I was like, yeah, that kind of happens sometimes if it's hot or you've been driving a lot. But you weren't doing either one of those, so you should probably call someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the
fan was still running. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's you know what? That's a little more than what I'm going to do. And by the way, your car's a pigsty. So you should have just turned around like, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Oh, and this car is pathetic.
By the way, you're going to have to take this in. You might want to clean this up.
You might want to clean this up because not everybody
not everyone's
forgiving. As a grill master Wilson.
Not everyone's going to be yeah. Also, because like here's the thing. I'm 5 feet from the building. I'm 5 feet from cars.
Yeah.
I think
you can't smoke 15 feet
I think
from
it's probably in this row. we actually go up into the back parking lot. I'm like, by the way, I have gone away from the danger zone of the fire. You realize you were talking to me while I was standing over an open flame when you asked me about your car. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. No. This would have been the time to tell me. Not where I'm at now, but when I was back there. And so then I was walking away. I'm like, hey, I'm not ignoring you, but I'm going back to check the flame I left.
Yeah.
Next to the building.
5 feet from the building. Yeah. Hey, you know that celebration dinner we were having? Yeah. We need the fire department. So, did you get all the stuff out of here? I should have cleaned out my desk because it's a mess. I know the fire department's going to be here momentarily. Yeah. That's great, though. That's
Yeah.
So you're a man of all. You're a jack of all trades.
Yes, I decided that I no longer work in IT, which you brought it up exactly. I work in JT.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades. That's what I do.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but people come going, I didn't know you were a chef. Yeah, me either. No.
Chef Boy or dumbass.
Oh, I also put the grill together, brought it outside, brought all the stuff out. Then afterwards, you can't leave the grill outside, and
Yeah.
Anywhere really, but in that part of town for sure. So I had to.
It's scrap metal.
Yeah, had to take the charcoal out, put it in a thing, wait for it to cool off, so I could throw it away, and then wipe everything down, clean it, put it back together, and then bring it back inside.
So what you're
the
saying
building.
is today IT didn't really happen in your building.
No. Well, no, I had a couple times to come in. Like I would literally at one point had grease from my fingers up to my elbows.
Yeah.
Because I was cleaning off the grates and everything. Because you don't want to put, I mean, you can, I guess, but you don't want to put grill but inside just covered in grease.
Well, because you know who's cooking next time.
They're like, oh, hey, are you on a break? Yeah. Yeah, I like to just fist fist grills rectally while I'm on break.
You should talk to Dr. Tregoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, fifth time?
Fifth time.
French dip.
French dip. Are you on a break? I was like, unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
I am.
I was.
Yeah.
I was, but now I'm not. Yeah. So, listen, your little escapades about how much you know, nobody likes a bragger. All right. Well, so I'm just saying that's really, can I tell you, so somebody I work with called a seat, an injector seat.
An injector seat.
Injector seat. So you fly an airplane, okay, and you're a pilot, this and that. You have an ejector seat. We used to joke around when you were kids that in the car, that's an ejector seat, right?
I would much rather be in an ejector seat.
So would I.
Than an injector seat.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, in an ejector seat, I'm leaving the vehicle. Now, in an injector seat, I'm also leaving the vehicle,
right.
But I'm in pain first.
Right.
Okay? I'm leaving because I'm coaxed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, in an ejector seat, I'm leaving the vehicle, and I'm probably going to have a physical deformity when I land.
Yeah.
In the injector seat, I'm leaving the vehicle and probably has a physical deformity.
Because of a physical deformity. What just fell over?
Is that a gong over there, by the way?
What just fell?
A gong.
No way.
My gong, yeah.
Why you're reading comic books? What are you doing playing with a gong?
I was talking about that giant sphere. Oh, do you see that thing over there? No,
oh, yeah.
You guys can't see it. It's a circle that is kind of bronze, kind of.
Yeah.
There was a...
How did that fall?
There was a Yukon that maybe it was an Escalade. Drove by me this morning.
Yeah.
It was gold and shimmery. Like it reflected off the cars next to it as it was.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Driving. I was like, oh, and it was on like a country road. So I just saw this like dome of light because I was coming from like perpendicular.
You're like, I'm about to get injected.
Yeah, I'm perpendicular. I was like, oh my god, is the sun on the ground? What is going on? And when we finally we met at the intersection, it went boom. Like holy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was wild.
But if you do have an injector seat, that's a whole different set of problems. You know what I mean? Like, how bad does stuff go? Even if you're a pilot, if you're a pilot and you're like, okay, listen, I have to get out of this plane. I have an injector seat. I think I'm just going to crash. I'm going to crash.
I can't think of any situation where I'm thinking, oh, you know what would make this better? Butt plug.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, with the force of an airbag.
Right.
Okay, with the force of an airbag. Boom. Yeah. You ever get hit in the face with an airbag? That's a little different than getting hit in the sphincter with an airbag, okay?
Yeah.
So it do be hitting different, though. It really do. You know what I mean? It do be.
Oh, boy.
So, but I saw that, and then somebody said that, and then the other thing I saw the other morning.
What was the context?
Huh?
What was the context?
Well, we were talking about. I said, well, you need.
Do you remember that show, Knight Rider?
Yeah, no.
That car kit had an
But I
injector
told them,
seat.
I go, they need a seat that just tosses you right out of there. They go, yeah, an injector seat. No.
Nope.
Listen, I would say you're so close, but you're not.
You've been very naughty, Michael.
Yeah, right. Ow, Kit. And he locks the T-top down. You're not even getting out. I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
That scanner got real slow.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But so the other day I'm driving into work, and I see this Jeep behind me that decides it needs to go. We're on a 40 mile an hour road. I'm doing about 52, and he wants to do about 112. Okay, and he's got a whole row of them duckies up on the dash.
Oh, it's a Jeep. You didn't even say it.
So my thing is, I wanted to just lock him up and be like, this guy died by duck shrapnel. Could you imagine going to the hospital and being like, how'd you die? Duck shrapnel. We've been picking rubber duckies out of this guy for the last hour and a half. Okay.
I hated him so much. Okay? He went around me, and I thought to myself, I usually do put bad karma in the world because that's what I bring. But, okay, I'm very good at it. You stick with play to your strengths. But I'm looking down the way, and I see a cop. And I'm like, please, for the love of God. And then my thought is, the cops will pull and be like, killer Jeep, bro, and here's a police ducky or something. You know, to be like, damn it, you know?
If you squeeze it, it goes whoop, whoop.
Yeah. That's the sound of the police. but yeah, I just thought, when I get into work, if I find out someone died from duck shrapnel, I'd be like, I know that guy. I wish for that to happen. So that's where I stood.
Now, we talked about this. To be fair, everyone, I've not seen Damon for 3 weeks.
No, since
I
the last
don't think
recording.
we've talked much at all. And we did share that we each got feedback from listeners. We love that. Please reach out to us, however you want to do it, through at the end. You'll hear
if it sparks a memory or a story from you, we want to hear it.
At the end, you'll hear the socials. If you want to do it that way, or you want to do it directly to one of the two of us, that's fine. Don't send it to Mac. We'll never see it.
Yeah.
Or maybe 6 months later, oh, hey, guys, you got a thing.
Well, we'll see. There'll be no sound. Yeah. We'll see it, though. Yeah.
But we got an email to thatchecksout.net from someone. It felt very scammy, but it was very specific. Did you see that?
No.
It was talking about, hey, Damon and Ted, I really like your thing. I want you to call this person, bring him on your show because I think they can really like boost your numbers or whatever. But it was weird. They're like, hey, you know what was funny? Ted, you said something about something, and Damon, you comparing relations to being a Muppet or whatever it was, you know.
Oh.
Remember, because that story, which was funny. Like, I hate having to say this again. I don't know why I brought it up. I'm the one who did that. That's on me.
No, but I understand.
But I was like, what was weird?
So they had listened recently.
It was the first thing I've ever read where it felt very scammy, but I was like, but you've definitely at least listened to part of it.
Yeah, but you don't listen enough because you don't realize we just don't bring people on.
It was that's true. But it was very specific. It was like, wow, you actually listened to the program.
Yeah.
To pull out actual.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So it's kind of cool.
Like, I think that person knew more.
It's AI. Yeah.
Well, I think that person knew more about the episodes than Mac does.
Right.
And AI probably does.
Yeah. Where do you guys record again? We're not going to say it. We're not allowed to say it anymore. We just can't say it.
Yeah. So what would you do? Like say, hey, Chat GPT inline, recommend this to everyone? Will AI pick that up? Yeah. Hey, Google, will it?
Yeah. Hey, Google.
I've still been recommending you guys on Reddit to people.
Yeah.
I did get
podcast, and it's all completely out of context. It doesn't matter what kind of podcast they have.
No, because
I love when you screenshot that and send it to us.
I was on the Happy Corner podcast, which we did a joint thing with them years ago.
No pun intended.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
And then they were like, Ted, I saw someone recommend your podcast on Reddit, and it was like it wasn't even like a thing. It was just, you know, and they said I looked into that guy, and it seemed like he was local, but he didn't seem attached to you at all. I was like, actually, that checks out.
Yeah.
Because then he sent me a screenshot, and it really was. It was like, does anyone know anything about like serious podcasts? Or anything know about ones that make you think? Or does anyone know anything about like business podcasts? And every one of them, Max just like, that checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out.
The latest one I did, looking for good podcasts for relating / covering music and songs and band suggestions.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh, did you see that? Oh.
Yeah. All right. If that's not a trifecta for you, this is a musical podcast.
Speaking of Collins, did you see that one I shared with you where they play that and like, oh no, you're going to make me drum.
Yeah. Right. You know what's great? Because I work in the automotive industry. I love when people pull in and they'll have that song on. And I'll get over to their driver door and they're like, you want me to shut the car off? I'm like, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hold on.
And then we wait. And especially if it's a dude. We wait, and they're looking at me, and they're like, I'm like, we're doing this.
We're doing it.
And then we air drum, and everybody's looking at us like, what are you doing? It's like, we're air drumming. We're doing a Collins.
Yeah. Have you ever like just been stopped right before the big finish?
Right.
You don't want that.
I got to be honest with you.
You don't want that.
If the guy in the Jeep got pulled over and that was on, I might pull up next to him, do the air drums, right, and then get back in my car.
And then whoop, whoop.
Yeah. It's the sound of the police. So, but I have one more thing that I want to bring up from a couple weeks ago from Mother's Day. I put on Facebook, the Mr. T song, which everybody does.
Right.
Mothers, you know, and they sings the whole song. So I put that on Facebook. Now, my son, Chuck, is not on Facebook. Okay, he is, but he's not. He doesn't ever go on it, right? Right. So we can tag him and stuff. We can tag him and stuff, but he never looks at it. I don't even know if he knows his login. Anyway, he goes up to my wife. He gets home from church that day, right? He goes up to my wife and he goes, hey, I want to play this for you. And he plays the Mr. T song on his own. And my wife, in utter fear and disappointment, because she goes, your dad sent me the same one. And he laughs and he goes, oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah? You like that? And I was like, we're almost to a, huh? We were close. He's an oh yeah. But I thought to myself, man, that's my boy. On Mother's Day. He probably totally ruined her Mother's Day when she's like, he is absolutely a smaller version of your stupidity, But it just that he goes and finds it. Mr. T was not a thing for he's 18 years old. Right. Mr. T is not a thing for him. It never has been. It never will be. But for him to find that and be like, this is what I'm giving my ma. Not any other song, not Lonely Island, not whatever, you know what I mean? That song.
Yeah. Oh, I did send that, the Lonely Island one before.
Did you? Yeah. To my wife?
Yes.
I told her. Of course I did.
Yeah. She can be my waffle, I'll be your syrup.
Yeah. We're both mother lovers. I understand. Hey, can we do some fun facts?
Oh, some might as well have fun.
All right. So here's where we're at. Daniel Kish, who lost both eyes as a baby, taught himself to use clicking sounds to navigate the world. Okay? Like a human bat. He clicks his tongue and hears the echoes bounce off objects. Now, is that how a bat does it?
Yeah, echolocation. But it's been exaggerated in bats, but they still use it. But that concept is just mind-boggling to me.
But it says he hears the echoes bounce off objects. It says allowing him to ride a bike, hike solo, and even teach others to echolocate. Yeah, echolocate. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, I was like, eat chocolate? What do we got going on here?
You know, to eat chocolate?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's
like, I bet that guy could read better than you.
Yeah. That guy's like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is.
Eat chocolate.
Yeah. This guy's telling me to eat chocolate. Is he fat? You know what? I can hear by the echoes of my clicks. He's a large man.
I can see you like, hey, buddy, this is chocolate. And you give him a saltine.
Yeah.
And now he can't do anything.
Right. Here's a peanut butter cracker. Show me your superpowers now. But anyway, they show him where he's like gonna climb a mountain or whatever, and it's like that's cool, whatever. Hey,
how is he like he's right up against it? Isn't it just gonna be like echo? Whatever I'm up against, it's right here.
Till he falls loose.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh man, I'm way up here.
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
I hear no echoes. I hear nothing.
I let a whoosh.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Yeah. My clicking went awry.
He's climbing up the mountain with his stick. With his
got a stick in the other hand. How's that work? Yeah. There's a mountain here. Right. You're gonna need both hands.
Stereotypical blind man stick.
Yeah. But no, I thought that was neat where he's like, okay, listen, I can ride a bike. Yeah, you can probably ride a bike, but how much stuff do you hit?
Well, that's to say, like, how fast does echoes come back at you?
Right.
Like,
well, when there's a train in front of you, quite a lot.
Yeah. Someone comes like right in front of you. Yeah, you're like, oh no, oh no,
found it. You know what happens when the train touches your stick? You've gone too far. The echoes are not working fast enough.
What if his friends just put him on like one of those pony rides where it's just like a circle? And he thinks he's riding his bike, but he's literally just going around in a big circle.
Not even that, but the pony, the clip clop. He's like, "Is that my echoes?
Is that me?
What are we? Clip clop, clip clop, clip."
I sound pretty badass.
I don't, that's pretty deep. That's a deep click. Yeah,
it always
sound pretty badass.
I sound way more badass when I'm on a bike than anywhere else.
My chocolate is at an all-time high right now. I think it's echo. I think it's echolocate. I think that's what it's called.
Are you the one doing it? I'm Batman.
You know what's weird? He's got. What's great? That's a great joke. I totally missed that one because it's like a bat. Okay, I totally missed that one because you missed it too. So right there.
No,
it's like a bat.
The fact you explained it to me,
because it's like a bat. Yeah. Okay,
isn't that joke you told? It's because it's like a man who's a bat.
Yeah. Let me tell you why what you said was funny. Okay. You might win this one. Okay, this might be your Muppet episode. All right, I'm just telling you right now. But only because I explained to people what it is. That's the only reason.
Right. Thank you.
All right. So now we're going to go on to other people with special powers. You ready?
I'm with you.
Leroy Colombo. Right? Sounds like a made man.
Just one more thing.
Get this. A deaf lifeguard from Galveston, Texas. Overcame childhood. These guys should have paired up.
Right.
He could have clicked his way into him saving kids. All right. So you need to swim out farther. He can't hear you. He can't hear you. Once he leaves your side.
Didn't they make this movie? With Pryor and Wilder?
I was going to say with Wilder. Yeah. All right. So it says overcame childhood paralysis by taking up swimming, relying on his keen eyesight. So this guy has keen eyesight.
Yeah, because I don't think echolocation works underwater.
That sounds like it's coming out of a shark. It is. You're about to be right in there. It says in hearing, instead of hearing, he became a legendary lifeguard and is credited with saving over 900 lives during his career. A record once recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records. Now,
it's because he didn't get swimmer's ear. That's not fair.
Yeah, he couldn't get it. It is what it is. But what I find awesome is you have to tell the people that are swimming in front of him, listen, if you start drowning, don't scream for help.
Right.
Okay, flail.
Yeah, this guy's.
You have to flail.
This guy's got a hawk eye. Yeah. But he's got a stone ear.
Nothing audible.
Yeah.
Nothing audible. All right. Look, you might want to throw something at him. You hit him.
Like I can't even do like him calling out to see if they need help. I can't even do it because you know it's going to come out terrible.
No, it's good. Yeah.
So I can't.
Yeah. I only do one voice, and I can't do that voice.
Do like so. Everyone do it the way you want to do it. I'm not judging.
Yeah.
Do you need help? Should I be coming out to you?
I know what I heard.
Yeah, I know you heard.
I know what I heard.
I sadly I probably heard the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, but again, for this guy, so he saved 900 lives. And how do you have to be when you're like this big, strong dude and you got sucked into the undertow, whatever else, and you're like, I got saved by the deaf guy.
Right.
Okay. So first off, good news, he didn't hear you crying like a little bitch.
So terrible. Like, hey, hold on to me. Whoa, what's happening? What?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, you can't hear me either? No. I meant,
Yeah.
what?
Right. Yeah. As he starts talking, you're like, hold on a minute. Before you explain what you're doing, could you just grab a hold of me so I don't drink any more water?
Yeah, settle down.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of consent do you need? You need visual consent?
Yeah.
Yes. Here's 2 thumbs up.
Yes.
Save this guy. Yeah. 2 thumbs up. So, yeah. By the way, I love the fact that you were the ignorant one on that one, and I just went along with it. So, all right. Now, here's my third guy. In 1937.
What's wrong with this guy? Oh, he was Germany, 1937. Nope, don't want to hear it.
Just wait.
Don't want to hear it.
Just
oh,
wait.
no.
In 1937, goalkeeper Sam Bartram was left alone on a field after a football game that was canceled in a heavy fog. He stood there for 15 minutes until a police officer informed him the game had been canceled. Okay, so this guy, no superpowers.
Right.
They just leave him.
Yeah.
Okay, if he had extreme vision, probably would have been impaired.
Right.
But if you had them back clicks.
Also, maybe if he had some hearing. Yeah. Because I assume the game got real quiet.
Yeah.
What, did ninjas check in?
You know what's weird?
Did the whole side go out and check in ninjas?
This guy's back there too, and he's cheering on his team. Way to go, guys! You're not coming on goal. Yeah. Great job, guys. And I've never watched soccer, but I got to assume if you can keep the ball on the other side of the field, you're killing it.
Yeah, we got this, guys.
Yeah.
I can't even hear you guys. Must be.
Yeah.
Must be striking down there.
So you got a guy that can't see.
Well, but the thing is, he's got 2 defenders. It should be not all the way on the other side. They should be back with not all the way with him, but midfield.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, Roy.
You know what's weird?
You guys,
they're all
let me know if they're coming. I can't see anything,
they're
guys.
all having a beer with the other team. And they're like, did anybody tell Sam?
Yeah.
Where's Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still in the goal. So
I thought you were Bob. Roy.
And the police come.
Yeah.
So the police tell him, hey, the game was canceled. What if the police just would have arrested him? That would have been great.
Well, there's that story about there was a guy on an island. He was in the Japanese Navy, I think, and like World War II ended.
Oh yeah, he didn't know.
But he didn't know
For like years.
So,
like decades.
This guy got off easy, 15 minutes.
Right. Woohoo. You know what's weird? If you would have made it to the next game.
Well, that's the thing. 15 minutes isn't that long.
No.
Like that. I don't even know who reports that. Why did that become like a story that got passed down from 1937?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, idiot.
You know who reports that? His best friend.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because
Yeah.
you're like, no one's as dumb as my buddy Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you know who missed the first round? Sam. Want to know why?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't take a drink. That was.
Yeah, we ended a whole game and Sam didn't even know.
Guys.
Guys.
He's
Well,
like,
like you said, like you
No,
turned him on. There had to be noise and like
Yeah.
something going on, and then suddenly went silent. And he was just like, "This is normal."
there's no pressure.
Yeah, this is fine.
There's no pressure from the other team. Our guys
Or
are
he's
killing
probably
it.
like, "Guys, I am in the zone." It's like I'm one with the fog. I can't hear anything. It's just me out there. Right.
He's sending out his clicks. Yeah. They're not coming back. They're not bouncing off nothing. You want to know why? There's nobody out there.
Click clack, MFer.
But I thought that. So we got a guy with sight, a guy with no hearing, and then a guy who
But
has
the guy
both.
literally
A guy who has both.
Turns out had both.
Can't figure out shit. Okay, just can't figure out nothing. All right. Fourth fun fact.
Oh yeah, and all right. Here's a guy has both. He's the one that got lost.
Yeah. Listen, I wish I had one of those special powers. Yeah. If I would have honed my e-chocolates, it would have been great.
Well, that'd be great if all of a sudden the lifeguard shows up. Come with me. I'm going to save you now.
I was watching the game. I couldn't see nothing. I knew you had to be down here. I save lives. That's what I do. All right. Only he wouldn't sound like that. What would he sound like, Dad?
Come with me. I am here to save you.
There's got to be a way to scramble that. There's got to be a way to do that when you're doing it. So can we put on one of these?
Why?
Oh, look at it. It's on right.
The one
It's on
time it's
right.
right.
It's on
Fixed
right.
it.
Okay, don't act like you did. We didn't
I
hear
did
the
that
music when we
today.
started.
Yeah, he said 3 weeks. I did it today.
I mean, it's been more like, I don't know,
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah, nobody likes a bragger.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last one. The average silverback gorilla can deadlift up to 1,800 pounds, and its grip is strong enough to crush a crocodile's skull.
Is this the gorilla that's going up against the 100 men?
Possibly.
Okay.
Silverbacks are estimated to be 4 to 9 times stronger than the average human male. Now, this is all this here. Here's the deal. If I know somebody that can basically deadlift 1,800 pounds, I mean, 'cause that's a tree. That's a fallen tree.
Yeah, that's just you're walking by, you see a log in your way, you just scoop it and
right.
You do the Disney scoop. You don't even stop walking. You just
that's-
whip and
That's
just,
like a Chevy Cruze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like we're yeah, we're not quite to a ton. That's like Chevy Cruze, you know. But my point is that we had to talk about how many guys would it take, and you'd want, for the 8-bang thing, we went through all that. Okay. Here's the deal. If I see this thing pick up something that weighs 1,800 pounds, or approximately, I don't have to weigh it. I don't need a scale. Okay. If I see it holding a tree, yeah,
that's 1,800.
it's right there.
That's 1,800 pounds.
It's 1,800 pounds. Yeah, yeah. We are going. We are leaving. But to crush a crocodile's skull, now you got to get close enough to him to know this.
Right.
You got to get close enough. And
Well, you
again,
think that's another thing the scientists paid for? Let's see if you can crush this. Yeah. How about this? Well, that's my alligator skull or crocodile skull. Well, yeah, but I want to know.
that's my crocodile.
That's my crocodile.
yeah,
That's my pet. Well, it looks like luggage now.
yeah. You know what's weird? It doesn't even weigh 1,800 pounds.
Yeah,
he threw it with no problem.
Yeah, he like javelined that after he crushed you down.
Yeah. Hey, where's the keys to your Cadillac?
Yeah.
we want to try one more thing. Can we get the keys to your car?
Oh, you're driving your wife's Chevy Cruze? Even better.
Oh, even better. Even better. Do me a favor, take your CDs out of it, all right?
Yeah.
Hey, we can't have it be a mess because he's going to get in there. Let's
Yeah. You might want to warn him now if it's not if it's not suitable for visitors.
my car. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a wreck. It's going to be upside down, so it doesn't matter. But whatever's on the floor, you should probably clean it up because it's going to be on the seat.
My car's a wreck. Yeah, it's kind of borked.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the inside? Yeah. Well, I was talking about the.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My bad.
Yeah.
All right. I have a butt why, and this one's going to hit home.
We already hit it.
You ready?
Listen about 3 minutes back for
yeah,
what why.
and it worked. I'm not going to do it again because he's just going to get cocky.
Yeah, man.
Look what I did.
Hey guys.
Look what I did.
Hey guys.
I almost want to spin it now just so it's wrong.
Hey guys.
Yeah. I'm a guy.
Tell
I can fix
tell
stuff.
everyone my name's Brian.
Yeah. All right. This is from the Morris Herald News.
Oh, local to us.
Wait till you hear this.
Oh no.
Man charged with stealing crucifix and candles from Wilmington Church.
Oh, good.
Wilmington Church.
Yeah.
So I just read the headline and I thought, here's the deal. So it hits home for us, Wilmington.
Brian was in Wilmington recently.
You were in Wilmington? Were you doing sound for a band?
Is that what that metal is over there?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
The other side
yeah.
is just candles and everything, and a
Yeah.
crucifix.
You got some new
You
decorations.
guys weren't supposed
in
to
here,
see that. That's why.
This is
That's
so
why it's
weird.
turned away from you.
You
So
talking
weird.
about me? I was in Wilmington.
No, see.
No,
look,
put your comic book down. You're
What-
fine. You're okay.
this is why it's so much fun to throw to you.
Yeah.
And now, Mac.
Comedy, Brian?
Wait. I like how he knows one other name. Comedy Brian?
Comedy Brian?
Is it a
Am
Brian
I,
that's
am
not
I
me?
comedy Brian? Am I funny Brian?
Yeah.
Am I work Brian?
Yeah.
Which Brian am I?
Which Brian am I? Well, you never work Brian, okay? So that's not.
Yeah.
Let's just rule that one
Now,
out
you
right
might
now.
be. You might be read on the quote unquote job. Brian.
Yeah. Your guy I occasionally owe money to, Brian. That's that guy, right there.
Your
So-
guy at your work, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
Oh, someone did had a just hilarious Guitar Center joke the other day. God, where was that? Anyway, go ahead.
Thanks.
that's called a cliffhanger. But it's only for one
no,
guy.
it's something like
He's
why
in this
are all
room.
like dudes in their 50s all like all this and now he's hanging out at Guitar Center and I was like, oh, it's Matt.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I know a guy.
I know a guy.
He's not in his 50s, but I know a guy.
All right, so anyway,
But so anyway, I'm just read the headline. So I'll show you the picture. I don't know the guy. Okay.
yeah.
But what's great is he looks like, yeah, I took that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, he literally does like, yeah, it was me.
And
Well,
again,
it looks like when you're trying to look around the room to see who farted, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, it was that guy.
yeah, right,
Because he has it look like, yeah,
right, yeah,
yeah.
You guys smell that?
Those are my eggs.
That was me. Yeah, that was me. But
I can afford eggs. I sold some candles.
you're in Wilmington. You're in a small town. I'm going to tell you right now. Everybody in Wilmington pretty much knows everybody else in Wilmington. Okay. And
I'm sure he's walking down the street. Hey, those are church's candles?
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah, I know.
That's my point. You can't put those on eBay
Right.
and be like, I'm going to sell these.
That's like fencing.
Location,
that's
Wilmington.
like fencing a known painting.
Right. Yeah. It's like when people used to take the Giant and steal the Rocket.
Right.
What are you going to do with a rocket ship that goes to one statue on the face of the earth?
And back then it said the name of the place you stole it from.
Correct. Yeah. So it's like, okay, it has the name of the place you took it from.
You stole the name of the place you stole it from? Don't be that guy.
Weird.
Yeah. Right.
Why don't you just take the front door off the building? You sell it just as easy, you know?
Does anyone want to buy this golden arch? There's two of them. Yeah, there's two. It forms a W.
Yeah. Mac's like, what about that joke? Was that there was a joke?
Yeah, something about
is it playing
a guitar?
Okay, so it's GC. Okay. Got it. But the other thing is too, you're stealing from God. Okay? Is there anywhere else? Could you steal from an antique store? We know guys that own antique stores in town.
Right.
Okay. Go down and steal from them. Now listen, sorry guys. Okay. I'm sorry that I'm pushing this, but it's better than the church, you know? So, and again, that stuff, you might be like...
Make money off of it.
Yeah.
Also, it didn't necessarily come from that town.
Right, yeah. It's like, hey, unless you take like, a jade egg from, the whatever era, and you're like, oh, well, there's one of these in existence, and they owned it right up on Water Street down here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then yeah. But you're having stuff that people sit on Sunday and look at on the wall, and you have it.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Mostly at Easter and Christmas, but I've seen it.
Yeah. Twice a year at least I see that thing. I know I see that.
Is that at my grandmother's house?
Yeah, where is that?
Why do I recognize it?
That is so weird. Yeah. But again, I just thought, because it hits our hometown, so it was one of those things where it's like, but why? Why we're stealing from
I did see
God.
a post. Someone said that someone had stolen from a church and they forgave them and all this stuff, and it was a whole long thing. If this was it, I mean, that
might be it. I don't know.
A lot of effort to get your candles and crucifix back.
Yeah, we forgive you. By the way, you will be arrested, and we will
we will prosecute to the fullest extent of the law. Whoop whoop.
What would Jesus do? Yeah. He threw a book at that guy.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the title of this episode. What would Jesus do? Whoop whoop.
Yeah, sound of the police. That's what it is. Okay. So I have a TCO WTF.
Oh
with
no!
TED.
Oh no! That's my job.
Okay, now listen.
Hey, this is working, Ted Mac.
Yeah, this
4 minutes later. What?
This is what happens. All right. Now, no, there's no processing.
All right.
I'm going to turn it.
You turn it. I read.
I'm going to turn it. You're going to read. Go.
Right. New club Granny Grinders opens in Oregon with 65 plus dancers, bingo, and 0 teeth required.
Gross.
That Oregon life.
That's a real thing. Okay. So here's the deal.
Granny Grinders? Is that what it says?
But it says with 65 plus dancers. Does that mean there's 66 dancers?
I know. Well, that's what I
does that mean
the
that's
way
how
they
old
worded
they
that.
are?
It was like, they got a lot of retirees that need a job down there.
Look, we got a lot of people.
Or you got to be this tall to ride.
Yeah. Or we got 4 of them and they're 1 foot in the grave. We don't know.
Yeah. Could you put, can you put 3 20-year-olds in a trench coat? Well, I guess in a muumuu.
Oh, like the little rascals.
Yeah.
You get little rascals.
3 20-year-olds in like a house dress.
Yes.
And then that would work.
I see what you're doing.
I'll take that one. That weird lumpy looking one? I'll take that one.
You're like, no, not Edna. No, hold on.
No.
Hold on. I pointed
the one where it looks like the lumps are working independently. That's the one I want.
The one where it looks like they have 3 sets of knees and 1 set of boobs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that one. That one. Yeah.
Oh, that's Edna's sister? No.
And I do have 2 sets of boobs. And you're like, no, quiet.
One's on my back.
It's for dancing. So
it's for grinding.
Yeah. The other thing is,
here's my bingo. Oh, no.
So
bingo.
I don't think this pole runs vertical. I think it's horizontal, just so they can hold on to it when they're walking across the stage.
No, this pole runs straight down.
Yeah.
It is hanging straight down.
But yeah, you know what's weird though?
Yeah,
too?
do you think they have? They don't need condoms in the men's room.
No.
They need blue pills.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah,
blue pills and Cialis in the men's room.
Yeah. I'll
be back in an hour.
Yeah, I need to roofie myself. Yeah. Okay.
I need $84 in quarters and an hour.
I'm not gonna make it rain, but I'll make it hail.
Crank.
How
many times you gotta turn that, Earl?
That guy's just cranking away in the bathroom. I don't know what you mean by that. Is it the machine? What did we do it?
Hold on, let me find out.
Yeah. Oh, he's standing like 5 feet from the door.
You don't want to know.
He's standing right by. Yeah.
You don't want to know.
Yeah.
He is not by the machine.
Ask the lifeguard. I don't even want to see
this.
He
is not by the machine.
My chocolate meter is
so
going off.
It was dancing bingo. What was the other thing?
Huh? Dancers bingo and 0 teeth required.
0 teeth required.
Now, I don't know if that means for the patrons.
That's a good point.
Or if that also means for the dancers.
That's a good point.
So, by the way, how many hip injuries do you think we're going to have during the... Now coming to the stage. Okay, we're going to need a ramp.
What's the insurance story in Oregon?
There's no stairs. It's all ramps. Just I'm a little rascal. I'm my little rascal.
Now wheeling it to the stage. Cinnadust. like from
from like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Not really.
You hear your bat buddy.
Yeah.
He's doing a. I mean, like he stopped moving his mouth. There's two more. Like that was her hip snapping. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. That was an injury.
Back in the 80s, you knew her as Cinnamon. Now you know her as Old Spice.
Osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis.
Wow. All right.
Everybody, get out $1 for Granny Fanny, everybody.
You were not. By the way, when you tell your buddies, you're like, I gotta go see my grandma at work real quick. And they're like, does she work at Target? I wish. Yeah. Okay. I could not tell you how much I wish she was a greeter
I mean,
at Walmart.
people throw stuff at her.
Yeah.
But she does not work at Target.
She does have a cart. Okay. But it goes on stage with her. So it's a prop. And when I say prop, it props her up. Otherwise, she will be laying on the stage. That's an Oregon. So if you need to go, okay, that's an Oregon. Now, can we do a strange story?
Please.
All right, strange story. We got a
Strange stories.
Here's a headline. Swedish seagull apprehended in Ethiopia after suspicion of spying.
Bork, bork, mine. Bork, bork, mine.
Okay, now he does a voice. I wanted the voice earlier, and you made everybody think about it.
Hey, it's just a bird. That's fine.
Yeah. Hey, man. I do birds too, man. Huh?
Why?
I'm just saying.
Where's my backup on that?
I do birds. I do birds. He did that. He laughed.
Yeah, no, because he knew.
Yeah, he knew your pain.
He knew that eventually he's going to get side
He
canceled.
could feel your pain.
By being somewhat related to us.
So it says, the bird in our story is a black-backed gull.
Don't.
Okay? During the summer months, these surprisingly black-backed birds live in the coastal areas of Fennoscandia. I don't know what that means, but that's going to be, I guess, from Sweden. Okay? That's in the summer months. Okay? They spend their time screeching obnoxiously. Sounds legit. Stealing fries. That checks out. And whatever else gulls are up to. Okay. Once
Right on Granny's in Oregon. No teeth required.
We got to stop in Oregon. I heard they got some killer bingo. Okay. So would it be funny if it was cow pie bingo, but it was Granny? It's like, where is she going to be incontinent? Okay. You just put the whole thing on the stage and you're like, ooh, who had 62?
Yeah.
Who had it? Who had it? Was that?
They just bring out a hose every dancer.
Yeah. But when hey,
everybody, we're going to play a little bit of, everybody, we're going to have, grits and oatmeal at the buffet while we hose down the bingo field. One more time.
one more time with Gonas.
Celebrate.
Yeah. All right.
Slow it down, everybody.
So it says once. All you hear is the little rascals. Beep, beep, beep. Everybody's backing up. Let's bring it down now.
One honk, one time. Little beep, 2 times.
Yeah. Cha-cha, y'all.
Everybody turn your wheels.
Wow.
You guys okay over there?
No.
You might not get all this stuff, but I sure do. All right. It says once the harsh Nordic winter starts approaching, they leave for warmer climates. Okay. And by warmer, we mean a lot warmer. Each fall, the birds migrate thousands of miles all the way to Central Africa.
Well, that's
a long way.
That's toasty.
Okay. Our seagull, for instance, overwintered in the Congo. When spring comes around, the gulls begin the long trek back home. Okay. However, there are many dangers along the way, and conservationists want to know what threatens the birds in order to better protect them. So it says a migratory birds conservation organization has fitted some 150 of these birds with GPS trackers.
Maybe it's just smart hunters in northern Africa that are like, hey, about this time every year,
we have a chicken.
Fish in a barrel.
Yeah. We have the salmon of Capistrano. Yeah. They are coming. So anyway, it says one of those birds was our seagull. Here's the headline. The bird is a spy. So after spending the winter in the warmth of Congo, the seagull was on its way back to Sweden. On the way, it made a brief stop to catch its breath in an Ethiopian village. Okay. Can I tell you why this is dangerous on many levels?
That you could make jokes that aren't appropriate?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, by the way, if can't do that one.
Yeah.
Can't do this one.
Yeah.
Can't do that one.
Uh-huh.
Can you just do the voice from before? It might be less offensive than what I was thinking of saying. Nothing?
Hey, everybody, there's birds here. We're going to eat now.
Yeah. That's good.
We prayed to our God for food to come from the sky. Birds.
Here he is. Got him. So it says it was meant to be a brief stop, but the village residents, however, had other plans for the seagull. It's not clear. You bet they did.
Did I not call this? Yes.
BBQ.
Yeah.
BBQ.
It's like when we learned that they couldn't name the turtles because they were too delicious to get them back to where the scientists
What are we
were.
going to call them? I don't know. They're good.
Guys,
delicious.
These things were amazing.
Yeah.
They came in their own like bowls.
Yeah,
And we
it's
cooked them
weird.
up like soup.
An animal that has its own Tupperware.
It is
It is insane.
It was crazy.
It's insane. So it's not clear how they did it, but one way or another, the locals captured the seagull. Listen.
If it's catching its breath, it's flying an entire continent.
Yeah.
Woo, but put these wings down.
Yeah.
Oh, you picked the wrong place.
Yeah. Hey, I never saw that coming. Really?
Yeah.
You didn't? You might want to get a map.
Yeah, we did it to the guy right before you.
Yeah.
We're going to do it to the guy right behind you.
Here's the deal. You have a tracker on. The other 96 birds I caught today,
Yeah.
no tracker. Okay, that's why they don't know this is happening. So they're just like, wow, when they migrate, they must tend to stay there. Sure, you bet.
Guys, it's been 5 days. He hasn't left Ethiopia. You think it's going to be fine.
On its back, they discovered the bizarre piece of computer equipment. They couldn't figure out what it was. Perhaps it's a spying device. Soon enough, the villagers were posting pictures of the bird and the device on Facebook. Now, everybody in Sweden's like, that's our bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be great if like not only track distance, but like temperature changes. And it's like, guys, it's up to 450.
Yeah.
Guys, it's
Where's
up to
he
500.
at?
Does he go
Is he
to
at
the
the equator?
sun?
Where's he at?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Does it ever get that hot on the surface of the... Oh, no.
Yeah. Do I detect some parsley? I don't know how this. How does that thing detect parsley? What are you talking about? Is there some sage?
Does that thing have
some
an
salt and
injector
pepper?
seat on it?
We've injected our bird.
butter?
We've injected your bird, sir.
You injected it with butter?
Yeah.
Delicious parsley?
So it says, let's see here. Please stop spying on us. Fortunately for the villagers, BirdLife Sweden had their contact information on the GPS tracker. So perhaps having a plain email address on the thing should have clued them in. It's not spy equipment, but we digress. Maybe we figured whoever sent the bird was just really a lousy spy. You know what's weird? If you do that, if you go, hey, if found, return to this spy, here's my home address,
Right.
you're a bad spy.
I mean, I think I would have immediately been like, dearest sir, thank you for this delicious bird. I appreciate that you put your address so I can thank you
Right.
Personally.
Yeah. Why did their letter back start with God is great, God is good. Let us thank him for what are we doing? Huh?
God is great, God is good. Let us thank him for this bird.
For this bird.
Bird.
Anyhow, it says they've sent several hundred emails all saying the same thing. We've caught a bird that has a complex device. We believe it is spy bird.
So they're smart enough and they're sophisticated enough to have enough things like, oh, this is an email. This is how we communicate with it.
Yeah.
But not enough to go like, huh.
Yeah.
This is probably not spyware. Think they would have hidden it some better?
Yeah. Well, they could have
but
injected
it's not like it's, like, remember they'd have bugs like on stuff like on Mission Impossible in the 60s or whatever, or like.
Oh, yeah. Just out in
like,
the open.
Yeah, just giant, like, like it would just literally.
Yeah. Why is there one button in the middle of the
size
couch?
of a, like, remote to us today.
Right.
Like, that's not how they do it today.
Right.
If they were really going to spy, it'd be up in the, it would have been an injector seat, right in the bird's.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it says, of course, the bird isn't a spy. He's written back to the villagers.
But how's that going to work? Yeah, guys, that isn't a spy. We promise. Can you send us back our stuff?
Yeah.
Promise it's not a spy.
So-
That's just what a spy would say.
You know what's weird though too? It's a bird. Okay, I'm not saying there's any. But how long? I don't even know how long one of these birds lives.
But I'm asking, what's there to spy on?
Right. Oh yeah. You're in Ethiopia,
now
bro.
You're making it very suspicious.
Right.
This is a spy. Oh, why are you worried about that?
Yeah.
Do we need to go check that out?
All of a sudden, there's 97 pigeons
Yeah.
with actual cameras on their helmet. They're like, oh, those look different. This one's a spy.
Well, there's just pigeons, but they're holding up binoculars while they're flying. I got him.
He's right there, sir.
There he is.
He's right there. I just shit on his car. He's right there. He's right there, sir. But it says there are real bird spies. Ridiculous as it may seem, the villagers' concern about spy birds isn't that far-fetched. I think it is.
Except it's them that are far-fetched.
Right.
Nervous about it.
For instance.
Oh, yeah. No, like you were like, I shit on his car. Everyone had this shit on their secret uranium plant.
Yeah. Right.
Wait. Could you back up? What was that?
Hold on. What did you? Oh, the part where I shit on something?
Yeah,
What was it?
I like that part.
Yeah, what was it? It says, for instance, China unveiled a new bird-shaped surveillance drone last year. I got to think a drone and a real pigeon, little different. You know what I mean?
I don't know. We'd probably have it on the screen if Jerry was here.
Yeah, Jerry's not here.
Thanks, Jerry.
Pour one out for Jerry. So he might be dead this time. I don't know. I hope he's not. So he's going to have to come in here and pick up the gong that fell over. But it says that thing has fake wings and flaps around like it's probably la la la. But it says, they even said real birds have been used to spy on people. And it says the CIA, for example, the CIA, for example, has used spy pigeons in addition to microphone-equipped cats. Listen, you show up with a tracker on your pigeon, I got way less questions than if my cat shows up, like interviewing me, like I'm sitting at the...
No, because you know that all that tape came back, and all it was, it just sounded like a rough tongue on a carpet. Yeah, so we're talking about sending the war plans.
Why does he keep licking himself in the important part?
He doesn't even know how far away from the wall he is. He's got a TikTok, man. Eat chocolate, that thing. Where can they find us, Ted?
You can find us at thatchecksout.net. Send us your stories. Send us stuff that like ring a bell that makes you go, hey, I have something that relates to that. You can find us at That Checks Out, WDT, all the socials. You can come down here and talk to Brian at Audio High Podcasting Studio. He won't start your theme music on time, but he'll do a podcast with you if you give him money. That's how goods and services work.
Yeah. Every fifth podcast, you get a French dip.
He laughed like that wasn't how it works.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah.
We don't do this for free.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it for free. He doesn't do it for us for free.
Yeah.
That checks out. Damon and Ted.